Hello everyone, John Holmes, ABRSM Chief Examiner here. Want to talk a bit more about our new performance-focused grades, thinking particularly about the demands of this type of exam, a performance-focused exam. What do we mean by that? And is it actually of the same demand level as our previous grade exams? Well, I think it's worth explaining a bit. I mean, the grade exam as we know it of the past consists of 6 sections. They're kind of like tasks. And at the beginning of a piano exam, the examiner will say, for example, would you like to do your scales and arpeggios first, or would you rather start with your pieces? It's not really a performance in that sense. The examiner is in charge and the candidate is responding. And when the pieces or the songs are done, the examiner will say, right, now we're going to do the unaccompanied traditional song, or we're going to do the scales, or the sight reading, or the oral. It's a sequence of events, of tasks, which are kind of run by the examiner. The candidate responds. And the skill, the demand, the level of difficulty is to do with how well you get on in that to and fro in that transaction. And there are lots of demands about that. Let's now think about the new performance-focused grades. Well, that's all gone. The examiner hands responsibility over to the candidate. So once you're warmed up and you're tuned up and you submit your recording, you make your recording, that responsibility is all with you. How you progress from one piece to the next, how you manage things such as perhaps going out of tune and needing to retune, or page turning, or managing any other aspect of your performance, it's all over to you. And so is the timing and the pacing. And actually that responsibility is quite demanding. And what I'd say to people who are saying, well, surely this is easier, surely there's less demand about this, I would say, well, have you actually played or sung 4 pieces in succession? It doesn't really matter what standard, but at your level of demand, one after the other, without a break, in one take. Oh, by the way, there's a video camera running. Do you think that's easy? We certainly don't. We think that there's actually quite a lot of criticality, quite a lot of demand around that, which is entirely different from walking into the exam room and going with the to and fro of the traditional grade. So I hope that's helpful in explaining some of the fundamental differences between these 2 types of equal and equivalent grade exams.